That would not be good. Okay, welcome everyone. I'm so excited for you all to join us. So this is training call number 3 for our Dash to Director Squared, and I'm super pumped for this. So I want to welcome Jess and Dana, and just to give you a little bit of background, Dana McCabe, is that how you say your last name, Dana?
Yep.
Yes, this Dana on the right of the screen, and she hit executive in 5 months. So phenomenal job that she was able to do. And so I wanted her and Jess was able to hit executive in 2 months. So both of these girls just jumped in, went balls to the walls, and they are going to kind of share their story and give us some of their tips and nuggets for their success story. And at the end, then we can kind of open it up for any questions that anybody may have, and they can go ahead and answer. So any of you that are not muted besides Dana and Jess, if you want to go ahead and mute your line, and then I'll kind of watch the chat if anybody has questions, and then at the end, like, we can kind of go back through the chat as well. So Jess and Dana, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you guys.
Okay. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are very humbled and excited to have you guys all here. So we're just going to kind of go over like our journeys and how they're similar and different from a lot of people. So I started back in May of 2020, and Olivia Ryan is my upline. And when I first started, I wasn't thinking that this business was going to be more than like a little side hustle, I guess, for myself. I've been a stay-at-home for like over 12 years and was just looking to do something for myself, but didn't know that I would take it to where I've taken it. So anyway, I started in May. I did not sign on my first rep until August. And then from there, my business has just kind of grown. So we'll go back into more of that later on, but I don't know if you want to say how you started too.
Well, I started because this lovely lady stalked me for a long time, and I'm so happy that she did. I say that in the most loving way ever. But she was on me, like flies on whatever, trying to get me to, but I'm so thankful. It really came at the best time ever for me. I own a gym. So this year has been difficult for gyms, to say the least. So it's really been a huge blessing in my life. I signed on like right around Labor Day weekend, right? Like September 5th, sometime around then. And got a few people to sign up right away. Some of you lovely ladies that are on here tonight, my level ones that I love. And yeah, things just kind of went gangbusters. And I had a huge support system of a gym around me, which made it a little bit, I don't want to say easier, but it was crazy. Crazy to say the least. 8 weeks of nutso, but I will forever be grateful that everyone kind of propelled me and gave me that kick in the butt and that confidence that I needed to kind of be where I was at this year in my life. And yeah, hit executive quickly. It just kind of snowballed and happened. And yeah, it's been a real roller coaster of a ride. And I'm so happy that I said yes when I did. It was a perfect timing.
Really quick, I want you to just share, Jess, how many times did Dana go back to you and ask you to be a rep?
Well, she was a member at my gym, and literally every time she would be in class, she'd be like, you know, you're going to do it. You know, you're going to do it. I'm like, okay, Dana, again. And then finally I was like, you know what? Why the hell not? So I did it, and I signed on one day, and I think I probably you were like.
Well, it was funny. I kept on reaching out to, like, we'd be, you know, like doing private messenger back and forth. And then all of a sudden I'd bring up the rep opportunity, and instantly she wouldn't respond. Like, then our conversation would just be done.
Oh no, I was one of those. Oh no. But yeah, I think I just, you know, you get this idea in your head of what direct sales or this pyramid stuff, like what it's all about. And you kind of have got this idea ingrained in your brain that it's, you know, not what this is. Zaya is very much, I've been involved in something like this before. I know some of you have been I was with a company called Yoli before, and that's fine. And they were great and fine and whatever, but this is like night and day compared to what I had experienced before with direct sales, which, you know, I'm, again, grateful and so happy that I said yes when I did. Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted you to share that because I think it's important for people to know that, you know, Dana going to Jess didn't say yes to becoming a rep the first time Dana asked her, and Dana didn't give up on Jess, and Dana knew in her heart that Jess would be, you know, amazing at this business and that you needed this business at that time in your life. And
Sure.
so it's so important, again, that if you feel that in your heart that Zaya can help someone and change someone's life, don't give up on them. Because if Dana would have given up on Jess, you know, neither one of them would, you know, be where they are in Zaya today. And so that's such an important thing, is that it takes asking multiple times. And so I just wanted to share that because I wanted people to understand that that's so, so key in this business. That,
well, and it's so much more than just financially too. It's brought me so much more than I can even say, like, just strength, feeling strong, feeling independent, feeling like I can do things on my own. You know, it's brought me so much more than just some financial freedom, you know, which is huge. But I think for everybody, it's something so much more than just money, you know, which is a giant blessing. But on top of all of that, there is so much more.
Mm.
Yeah.
Friendships.
Yep. Friendships, and yeah, just feeling like a strong woman that can do things, and you can do hard things, and you can put yourself out there, and you don't have to be scared to be who you are. And, you know, there's a lot of us out there that are doing the same thing. And it's been an awesome ride so far.
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Yeah.
So I think we were going to talk about like jumping in, and so Jess and I are huge party people. My goal every month, like how I look at a month. So my February is already booked and I'm done with February now. So I'm always looking a month ahead. So currently now I'm trying to fill up March. So I don't know if you do this the same way, but like, so I'll look at like March and I will fill in every single week with one person. Then I'll go back and then I'll fill in another week, you know, like, yeah. I always try to have every week filled with one party. Then I go back and have every, you know, week filled with two parties.
I use a big old school, like I know everybody's techie, but I have a giant dry erase calendar that is in the office and I write on that like a crazy person. And then I'm like, oh, she said no. So I scratch her off and erase her. And then that's, for me, I enjoy the actual, you know, like writing of it, and keep everything on a big giant dry erase marker and plan out weeks. Yes. And try and fill in. How many do you try and do? Like,
I like to have 3 per week.
Yeah.
That's like my goal.
Yeah.
So.
And that isn't always possible. I'm looking at a couple weeks from now and I'm like, oh God, I have like one on my calendar a couple weeks from now. So I'm reaching out to people. I'll post on my VIP page and be like, you know what? I have a couple openings and I am doing this promotion for this week, because I think it helps a ton when people, if you do like the calendar that says, you know, first week of February is half off of leggings. You know, if you're going to be a hostess for me, the next week you get a free bomber bra. The next week you get a free, just anything to kind of sweeten the deal, because you know you're going to make that and then some if you have somewhat of a successful party. And I do actually throw in there, if you get to level, you know, a lot of them say if you get to level 2 rewards, because you don't want to be giving that away at a party that you have absolutely zero sales, because you do want to make money. That is the name of this game. But to sweeten the deal somehow, to get people just to kind of bite, because you don't know where that bite could lead you. That bite can lead you to 3 more parties, and that bite could lead you to a rep. Yes, it could lead you to lots of things. So just getting your foot in the door with a new circle of people is huge, because these like little circles that we didn't know that were out there are what is going to open up like a whole new world for you.
Yeah, that's
not
a really
just your
good
little
point.
pod.
That makes me think of something really quick that I just wanted to mention is I was doing a call training with Sam today, and we were talking about every 7 to 10 parties brings you a rep.
Yeah.
So that's like the statistics and like the research that Zaya's done with the current reps that are reps in this business, that every 7 to 10 parties brings you a new circle of people, which will bring you a rep. So that's a good point, that, you know, the parties are going to lead you to more hostesses and more reps.
And you have no idea, like you do the parties, and I will always post at the end of every party, at the, like second to last day, who wants to have a party? Drop me an emoji. Like it's not even something that's in post my party. And I say, like, I'll take a picture of the week before. This is something I do with every single party. My hostess got all of this, you know, for $110, and it should have been $500. And people are like, no way. They think you get like a free bra. They have no idea what they can actually get. They really don't. So I always post that. That is like clockwork for me. And I say, who wants this next? You know, you just dangle the carrot and you say, who wants this next? And if they, you know, like people want free clothes. Why would you not want three free pairs of leggings and, you know, 4 half off tanks? It's, you know, it's just those things that you kind of make habit that end up paying off. Yeah. You go.
That's good. I'm like, that's good. That's good.
No, really. It's like one of those things that I always do. Second to last day, I'm like, all right, my last 3 hostesses got this. And I make little pic collages of all the pictures of stuff that they got. Retail, $550. She paid $175. You know, it's a huge thing for a lot of people. Huge deciding factor in hosting a party.
Yep.
Yep. And all those reach outs. What about
I was going to talk about reach outs, like
connections.
Yeah, connections. Like I make sure every single day that I am reaching out to 5 people in the morning and 5 people at night. Where I'm finding these people are either past parties. My big thing now that I'm zeroing in on, and I know I brought this up during like the holiday hustle and stuff, but I reach out to so many people who have accepted an invite to a party but never bought anything, because I really feel like that is a market that people are missing. I've had so many people, like I'm doing 2 parties right now of hostess. The hostesses have never bought anything, and they were at 2 parties. They just, you know, time got away from them, and, you know, things came up or whatever. So I reach out to all of those people because sometimes, you know, you'll have a party of 35 people, but only 5 of them bought. So there's 30 people there that you can reach out to. So I always make it a point to reach out to 5 people in the morning, 5 people at night, just a simple message.
Short and simple is the way to go. I have found like people are so much more receptive to like 4 sentences as opposed to some 2-page Zaya book. Why Zaya is, you know, whatever, and you should throw a party. Short and simple, I feel, has gotten me a lot more responses than something that's long and drawn out. And, you know, that sounds scripted. I think it's so important just to sound like you're talking to a friend. You know, you're talking to a friend, you're talking to someone like, hey, I would really love to do this. And are you with me? And, you know, just something that is simple and short and sweet. Yeah.
Let's see. Another thing that I wanted to go over, I feel like Jamie and Megan, you guys have like put this into our heads, like, you know, following the 4 pillars, following the 4, you know, reach outs, parties, follow-ups. And I make sure that all of our hosts or all of our reps that we bring onto our team are being trained like that. So I don't look at this as my team. I look at it as our team. And I told her that from the beginning, like, yeah, I might've started earlier, but this is our team. And I feel like the training is super, super important. This Dash to Director program is what got me to where I am. I feel it's given me the foundation to be able to train the people that I'm bringing on. And then in a month, I don't have to necessarily worry about my new reps anymore because they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. I feel like Dash to Directors, here's a printout of how to be successful in this business. Follow these steps, follow these videos, and you will do just fine, you know? So I always make sure that every new rep that comes on is doing Dash to Director.
Yep.
Right?
And lean on your teams. Like, that's the cool thing about like Zaya. Like, honestly, everybody has been so helpful, and not even like just in my immediate team. Like, people in other teams have been so willing to help out, or they will message me and ask for a tip, or, you know, whoever else. And everybody has just been wonderful. And I think that's like a huge thing that Zaya stands for. And it's like, it's all part of a big picture. It's a big, huge team that, you know, we can all count on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody truly wants to see each other succeed. But really, it's consistency. That's all it is. It's consistency. It's every single day, like even days where I feel like crap and I don't want to talk to anybody and I don't want to do anything. And I've already talked enough to people in my normal job. And it's like, oh God, I got to do live videos, or you do it and it will pay off.
Mm-hmm.
It will pay off. Those reach outs will pay off. You being on the screen will pay off. You putting on an outfit and saying, hey, look at, these are my joggers and I can wear them with 4 different outfits. Those things pay off. All of those things pay off. They want to see you.
Well,
they don't want to
showing up here.
Yep.
Right?
And showing up to these things. Yes. These things, especially when you're like, oh my God, I got to put kids to bed.
I just want to watch Netflix.
Yes. But these things they all pay off. And that's Jamie and Megan, they can all say it a million times. Consistency is key. And that's all it is. You put it in every day, you show up every day. And that is why we are both, you know, where we've gotten to. That's why Megan's where she's gotten to. That's why Jamie's where she's gotten to. And everybody else who's, you know, growing in their business. That's the only thing that will do it. That's it. There's nothing else. There's no magic token or key. It's showing your pretty face on the screen every single day and being real. Be real, be yourself. Let them see your crazy ass house in the background. Let them see your kids running amok. Let them see your daughter chasing your dog, like whatever's going on.
Grit. Yes, grit, Jamie.
Yep. People love real, and they can really relate to the real housewife or the real whoever, like that we're balancing 12 things, but you know what? I'm here and I'm doing this. And I think people appreciate that even more, that real. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. So if you guys each had to say, before we kind of open like some of this stuff up for questions, if you each had to say like, you know, a couple things that you feel really helped, you know, besides I mean, obviously the 4 simple steps and following that, but if you had to say a couple things that you really felt propelled your business forward or helped you kind of jumpstart your business, so what little takeaway or nugget could you give people tonight that you feel really kind of helped you along the way, not to put you on the spot?
I'm like, oh.
Okay, so I have been like a Lululemon person for years and years and years. Okay, so after trying on the Light and Tights, you know, that sold me. And I think, so for me, it's been believing in a product so much and having so much fun with something. And, you know, I'm not just a mom and a wife and a sister and a daughter and any of that. I'm finally doing something for me. And it is like so much fun. I think people are starting to get annoyed, like who aren't part of Zaya, like being around me, because it's literally like all I talk about. But I think just like being confident with the brand, you know, just showing up.
You wear it every day.
I wear it every day,
Yep.
you know, like my family's all wearing it. I don't know. I'm in awe of this company and everybody who runs it. And I'm just so proud to be a part of it. I don't know.
Now I can't even remember the question. I was so moved by your answer.
I love that. Yeah. And I feel like, Dana, you share that with people, and that's why people join you, because they see you and they see, oh my gosh, Dana is like so full of, you know, life right now and having so much fun, and I want to do what she's doing. And that's the key, is like sharing that with people. And so that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. How do I follow that one up?
Oh, you'll be fine.
Oh, God. I don't know. It just has, for me, like I said, the beginning was a whirlwind. So I think I was just like holding on tight and like screaming and running for the hills. And I still kind of am. But yes, I have met some of the most amazing people. I mean, I can't say enough good things about Jamie and Dana and Megan and all of you. I've never met women that actually support each other like this. I really haven't. throughout my years. It's always been, women, they want to compete and they want to, this isn't like that at all. So I think it's just a culture that you guys have all created, that has made me so happy to be a part of it and makes me want to do well. Like, it's like, I feel like I'm, and it sounds silly, but I feel like I'm working for a big picture, a bigger picture. I feel like I'm working for people that actually care, like listening to Aaron, listening to all the owners, listening to people that I feel like it isn't just bullshit. Sorry, but it isn't. It's real. And it's a company based on something really good. So kind of playing off what Dana has said, it makes me happy. And I'm not just out there working for some person who doesn't give a crap about us. They really do. So, all of the other stuff aside, what it's bringing to my life and my family and, my own confidence and all of that, it's just, I feel like I'm part of something really great. Like a big picture of a bunch of really good people.
When I love when they say buckle up for 2021.
Yes.
Right? We are ready.
Yeah. So yeah, not to sound corny, but it's just like it's a really cool, it's just an awesome group of people, not only from like us, but like the owners that talking to Aaron and like Geneva, that was unreal. Like to see an owner like get choked up about how she's helping other people's lives was something that I'll never forget. Like someone of her stature and, what she's doing and the money she's probably, all that stuff, that doesn't matter. Like she really, truly cares. So like to see somebody that really cares about all of us makes me want to keep pushing harder and doing better.
Awesome. Thank you. I love that. Love, love, love. Okay. Do you guys have anything else you wanted to share before we kind of open it up for questions that you guys had?
No, just keep pushing, ladies. It's not going to be easy every day. You're going to have sucky parties. You're going to have parties where you're like, hello, and then you'll get a party where you're going to think it sucks. And then all of a sudden it will blow your socks off. They don't make any sense. And don't try and judge them beforehand because they will always surprise you. The ones I've been like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm so excited to get this one. And then it's like, eh. And then I'll get one that I'm like not too thrilled about. And then it like blows you away. So just treat them all equally, go into every single one with like no expectations, just do your job, do your best, and just keep staying consistent. That's it. That's all.
Amen, sister.
Okay. One question was, I have a couple of girls who seem to have interest. How do I get them to sway to the rep life? I feel like I'm missing that last step. So any suggestions there?
Oh, well, we're both in the same boat. We have like 3 people right now and we're like, what do we do?
I just got to know before I got on here. I totally thought I had her on and she just decided not to. So
yeah, it's the same for all of us. There's no magic answer. I wish there was like a token or a key phrase that you could say that would like make them go, oh, it just has to be there in their own time. Keep checking in, not like stalkerish or anything. And like, like give them time. If you can tell that they're pulling away a little bit, give them a couple days and then circle back around. If they haven't had a party yet, that's definitely the best place to start. Start with the party first. And then you can always switch it into a launch party if they decide halfway, or you can, always get them to sign on after they've had a successful party. But first step for me is always trying to get somebody to do a party for me, unless they're really like gung ho right out of the gate. Like, hey, I want to be a rep, which I haven't had too many of those. It's usually from a party or something like that.
And I mean, I've been there's like 4 girls I'm working on right now, and I've invited all of them to Discover Zaya. Look at this. Here's some questions. There's questions and answers on there. Watch Olivia's video. And then, I mean, I don't know, like at least when I see them accept that invite to Discover Zaya, I'm like, okay. There's a little bit, the book is starting to open a little bit, and it might not be tomorrow that they're going to sign up, but it's definitely in their minds now, so like they always say, like plant the seed. How many times do you have to plant the seed and water it? You got to keep on watering it to grow it. And,
I think it's
And I always think like you can do the little things. If they say no, you can do the little things like when the starter kit changes, to send them the image of the starter kit and say, just so you know, our starter kit has changed, or, keep, like Jess said, keep checking in on them. And always remember that a no does not mean no. A no just means not now. And so that's where and it's all about timing. It's all about timing. So it may not work for somebody today based on, anything in their life. It could be kids events, it could be personal life, it could be work, it could be, but 30 to 60 to 90 days from now, it may be the perfect timing, and it may be everything they're looking for at that time. So that's why it's not now. It's not no, it's just not now. And so you always check back in with those no's, and you always kind of keep sending them the highlights of Zaya, and, like the starter kit, and adding them to Discover Zaya, and anything that you can do to keep that communication open, I think is so key. For sure.
And I've had a real lull, like in rep signups in the last 6 weeks or so, and I'm not letting it get me down. I'm staying, on the same people, and it happens to everybody. There'll be months where you're going to sign up 4 people, and there'll be 2 months where you sign up 0 people, but you just keep going. Mm-hmm. The second that you give up is the second you're going to look at everybody else in 6 months and go, oh my God, I shouldn't have stopped. I shouldn't have stopped. And that's when you're going to regret it, because this thing is going to go like gangbusters this year from what everybody's predicting. And I personally want to be part of the ride. I do.
I want to be in Mexico. That's what I want.
Yes. Yes. On Mexico, riding the raft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let's see. I would love some advice for a person who has a job and I am in scrubs all day, every day. I'm putting more spotlight on yourself and the products you own. I know I could put on an outfit and do a live, but I feel like I'm in Zaya enough to post. I feel like I'm not in Zaya enough to post real cute live pictures.
That is when you ask for help from, if you're a newer rep, from your upline. Like I have helped, I've got the same scenario with another one of my reps. And you say, hey, you have way more, especially if they have way more inventory than you have. I will go on and I am admin to a lot of my newer reps pages, and I post my stuff. And I go on and I'll do a live, and I'll post my pictures of, outfits and everything. That's when you ask for help. Especially if you're like bombarded all day long. That's what your upline should be, kind of helping you with. So just reach out, ask for help, say, hey, I need some help with some outfits showing up on my page, or like they always say, fit it into the cracks of your day. But if you don't have time to like show outfits or outfits of the day, ask for help from a teammate. That would be my advice.
Yep, I agree. And the Zaya marketing page is great. If your upline hasn't added you to that page, it has like any picture under the sun, I swear. You type in,
it's the best resource.
For sure. And
and
all those pictures are, people post them there for anyone to use. And so that's a really good. I use most of all of my party images are images from like myself or Zaya marketing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same.
And you can search anything. You can search cozy if you want to see pictures of the cozy joggers, and post that, highlight something different, like every day, and it'll all be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For sure. Awesome. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions that you want to unmute? I think we got everything in the chat. I hope I didn't miss anything, but is there anything that anybody wants to ask these two ladies on their success of where they are today with Zaya? Anybody?
Nobody.
Or anything in general? Anybody have anything?
I'll ask something.
Yeah. Great, Marissa.
So I kind of talked to Heidi, Savannah, and Lexi about this already, but one of my hostess told me that she was having a really hard time finding certain posts like in a party because I was posting so much. So like, do you recommend like posting less, posting the same, or kind of like an in-between number? What do you guys recommend?
So I used to, my old template
was longer.
Was so long, like 52 slides. I felt like nobody is looking at it that much. So now my post, I think, is 25 slides total for the week.
That's about the same as mine.
It's like 3 or 4 a day. And I feel like that is so much better. It's just like, here's a slide of just the leggings. Here's a slide of joggers, you know, just more like precise and just
exact pertinent information.
Yeah. I think it's too much. I don't know.
I agree.
Is there something you're highlighting more than, because like obviously there's a ton of products, so are you like highlighting more like women or men, or is it kind of still a balance of both?
Well, the women was always going to get a little bit more than the men. I kind of, not going to lie, like hit on the women's more than the men's and the kids.
Same.
And I try and kind of have a whole day designated, you know, for legs. I do like a whole day designated for leggings and joggers, and there's a few different, and then you have like a bra and tank day, and then you have like a women and kids day. So each day is kind of designated for something different. But yes, cutting the amount of slides down, I think, is like, it puts people in sensory overload, I feel like. If there's too much, and then they just tune out. So really just getting like the concise, clear cut, this is a light and tight, and these are the brilliant line, and this is that, like, I think really helps. Like, it doesn't have people get too overwhelmed.
I used to I was just at a Pampered Chef party, and I was like stressed out. You know, there was like so much information. I'm like, just tell me like the top 5 products,
right?
You know, like I can't.
What knife do I need?
Right. Yeah. It's just like, it's so much. So like, I do the same thing as Jess. Like Mondays, leggings and joggers. Tuesdays is tanks and bras. Wednesdays is long sleeves and outerwear. Thursdays is men's and kids. Friday we're closing the party.
You knew it a lot better than I did.
Yeah.
I was
you
like,
know, and then Friday we're closing the party. So.
And I feel like if you go live, like I always try, this is just me personally, I always try to go live at least once a day in my part, like once a day in the party. And I like to share your outfit of the day, or, you know, like, oh, I got these new bomber bras on today. That, like, even if it's like 5 seconds, you know, like, this is the most comfortable bomber bra, and it's so cute. The design is awesome. It's like, I'll sell more of this in a party than I will anything that I post. So I think it's so key, the live, because people want to hear what you think of it.
Want to see it on a real person.
Yeah, and
see it on a real person. Yeah.
Megan, I started doing what you did. Like, you know, I'm on your VIP page, and I loved how you were like, you would do your video, you would do your outfit, and then you would in the comments post all the links. So I started doing that, and it literally takes me like 2 minutes, but then they have the exact link right there, you know, like, you want this bra? Okay, click on this, you know? And I feel like that's helping out a lot too. So
and I'll do the same thing in my parties. So if I'm going live in my party, like, I'm sharing my outfit of the day, but I'm still talking about like other things within the party. But I'll post with the live the images of myself also in that outfit, and then I'll say linking in the comments, and then I'll just post the link to each piece of my outfit. So if somebody's watching that right there, they can just go like click, click, click to shop. Because I so often found that people were like, I'm looking for those leggings that you have on, and I can't find them. And so it's so much easier if you just post the link right there.
Yeah, I literally just started doing that last week from you. So thanks.
Yeah.
And then people forget where the actual link is to shop. Yeah. So that's something else that I throw in there constantly, because people don't understand announcements. People that don't do parties like we do, they don't understand that there's an announcements tab, you know, where the link is to shop. So if you're throwing that out, you know, all the time, or it helps a ton. I think we lose sales because people get flustered and they don't know where to find it.
Right. Exactly. I know one other thing, I think I got this from Robin Eddy. I don't even know for sure if she's on. I can't, but I know that she did a lot in her parties where every post she'd say, like, say it's Linda's party, it will say at the bottom of the post, you can find Linda's shopping link marked in the announcements. Like, it's like on every post. So it's like
they have
people,
to,
and find that. So I think that's super helpful too. Does that help, Marissa, your question of parties? And
yeah, that helps a lot, because I've been like trying to like figure it out, and I got very overwhelmed the other night trying to like figure out what to like do or like how to go about it, but that helps a lot. So thank you.
Yes.
Marissa, I can send you my template if you want, and you can just
yes, I would love that.
Yeah, for sure. Just send me a PM and I can send it over to you.
Okay, question. Do you like the shopping link or link to each piece? And how is each piece? And how if it's each piece? Okay, so when you go to your own shopping link, if you click on your own shopping link and it takes you to, and you click on an item, at the very top in the search bar, you just copy that link, and that link will actually take them to that specific item. So it's just a copy and paste. So if I'm posting something, I'm quickly going to my shopping link, clicking on, let's say like bomber bra, this bomber bra I have on, getting that up in my, and then the URL up in the search bar, I just copy and paste that then as a comment. And then that, if they click right on that URL, it's taking them to this bomber bra. So they don't have to search for it. Okay, what types of games or interaction posts do you do during your parties to keep people interested but not overwhelmed?
I always do like at least
Games.
one game a day for $10 gift card.
Yep.
And I just find those on the Zaya Marketing.
I do the oldie but the goodie like at the beginning of every single week because it's just me. So I'm always the bomber bra girl, the bomber game.
Yeah.
Like every Monday to start the party off. That's just like my thing.
Your signature.
It's my, gotta love a good bomber bra game. And so I always do that every Monday so people know and they get excited about it. Like if I have parties that are, you'll see people, I'm like, I can't even comment bra because there's 900 bombers happening.
Or the Scrabble game, that one's good
yes,
too.
the
Everyone
Scrabble,
loves those.
or the ones like A to Z, you're going sledding, what will you bring, that kind of stuff. I love a good game. And $10 gift cards in the grand scheme of thing to get action going is not that much. And it's a really good icebreaker. So I would recommend at least doing one to start a party, like on a Monday night, when people are sitting around watching Netflix or scrolling on their phone, do a game. Something simple. There's that Battleship one. I've done that a lot, where they, battle Zaya or whatever it's called, and they have to guess. It's all gift card games. And they're all on the marketing page. But I think it's a really good thing to kind of break the ice. Good icebreaker. Yeah. So we do those for sure. And we're always sharing them like on our chats, like new ones that we come across. Yes. So games are good. And I always usually buy like a little bit larger of a chunk of a gift card and then just split them as necessary. So you're not constantly going in buying $10 gift cards, throughout a week, especially if you have a few parties going, that will become a saving grace for you, or else you're going to be like, I'm so tired of buying gift cards. Yes.
And sometimes I will gauge the party. So if it's like,
yes,
I got a lot of shoppers and it's really successful party, I might do more gift cards or more games because I'm, your commission you're getting paid is more in that party versus, if I have a little bit or a party that's not as active, then I may not do as many giveaways. So you kind of have to gauge each party and see what's best.
But there's definitely some parties where you're like, hello, doesn't anybody want a $10 gift card?
You can't even you can't even give them away in some parties. It's like, I am giving you money. Somebody take it. Yes. Yeah.
I've been so tempted. So if anyone does this, I think it would be so funny. I shared this one other time in a training. I've been so tempted that at those parties where no one, you swear no one's watching, no one's interacting, no one's liking, no one's commenting, no one's
like you and the host. You're like, okay.
Yeah, I just want to get on a live and just be like, hello, is anyone watching?
Jump around in your Zaya underpants.
Yeah.
You're like, here's the Zaya underwear. Anybody alive?
Just to see if anyone comments. Yeah.
Whoever does that first, I will give them $100 gift card.
Right?
I will too. Okay, what about people that deny gift card after they won it? What? Abby, I've never had that happen.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
That denied the
She
gift
said,
card.
what about people that denied the gift card after they won?
Oh, they just don't use it?
Or give it to somebody if they don't want to use it.
Yeah, like there's been people like you give it away. I will say now I've kind of found it to be a little bit easier to ask me for the code before they purchase. So I don't have all these like phantom gift cards sitting out. And then all of a sudden you don't know if they're going to be used or not. And then you're screwed because all of a sudden everyone decides to use them. And you look like, an idiot because you've given away too many of them, if that makes sense. So I'll be like, contact me right before you purchase and I'll give you your code.
Yeah.
Which I have found to kind of work a little bit better. Instead of here's your GC, blah, 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 blah. God only knows if you're going to use it. You know what I mean?
Or they'll use it like 3 weeks from now.
In someone else's party.
Yeah. Well, and I always,
they can't, but like on your VIP page or something. Yeah.
I always say that if I'm doing a party, let's say for Dana, I give away a gift card. I say this gift card has to be used on Dana's
by Saturday. Yeah.
But there's those sneaky people that'll keep the gift card number and then they'll use it at a later date.
No, then if they don't use it at the end of Dana's party, I'm re-gifting that gift card. I'm giving that gift card.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like that Becky just said, I'm doing a party where the person who won it gave it back to the hostess. That's awesome. I love that idea. To give it
Yes.
back to the hostess. That's a great idea. So if somebody comes to you and says they don't want their gift card, maybe suggest giving it to the hostess.
Mm.
I like that idea.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. I want to make sure I haven't missed anybody else. Is there anything else that anybody?
How often do you guys change up like your party templates if you use Post My Party?
Ooh.
I like to put new stuff in probably once a month.
Okay.
Like the whole template,
Mm.
not very often, but I do change out pictures. I change out pictures of like newer stuff, or if I've gotten pictures of myself in like newer leggings. I think it's good to really stay current with certain, like, so if I have leggings on there that are not even available anymore, get rid of those.
Yeah.
So replace that with a legging that is actually available, because they're going to go, oh my God, where do I get those leopard ombre leggings that everybody asks me for? But they can't get them anymore. So like take those out. Because I've had that happen. Oh, I really love that. And I'm like, well, that was
Mhm.
available like 6 months ago, not anymore. So make sure your pictures, I think, are current, which would be the most important thing with current inventory. That would be the most important.
What about for like, so, because during Christmas time, like I did a Christmas themed like party. Do you theme yours all the time, or do you just have like a basic one that you use between those holiday ones?
I themed mine for Christmas. Oh, and for New Year's.
I have not
But I'm
themed.
not doing it anymore. It's too much work. It's too much.
I have not themed. And not to say that I don't think it's a really cute idea.
It's
I
a
did
lot of
not.
work.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, 'cause, yeah, I've been changing up the themes and it's exhausting.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm being crazy.
Yeah.
No, you're not crazy. I think it's awesome. It is a lot of work though. And I do change like themes when it comes to like the pictures of the, like games. And you get
yeah.
themey with that kind of stuff. And you get themey with your backgrounds of like my outfit of the day. I'll have like jingle bells and Christmas trees in the background. That stuff I change the themes to. But my template stays pretty consistent except for changing pictures. And my template's only about 22 slides.
Yep.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Chelsea, I think you could do like your cover photo and like your shop now picture could be like themed, and then the rest could be normal.
But don't kill yourself, really. Yes, that's so much work. I made a template once and I was literally like a hamster on a wheel stuck in a office. It was terrible. But I tried to do it all in like 2 days, and that was not,
I always say, if you're thinking about your business and you're thinking about the time that you spend on your business, are you using that time for activity things that are going to propel your business forward, or are you using that time on images and things that aren't necessarily propelling your business forward, and kind of like reevaluate your time? Because instead of maybe spending so much time on graphics and that sort of thing, exchange that time for reach outs and follow-ups and things that are actually propelling your business forward. If you kind of think in terms of that way, you may be apt to not spend as much time, decorating your Post My Party and that sort of thing.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think it's all a learning process too, kind of seeing what works and what doesn't. And it's going to be different all the time for everybody. And just figuring out what is most beneficial to make you successful.
So for me personally, like Jess is very creative. I am not creative at all. Like I get made fun of all the time from my team because I don't crop pictures.
Anything.
I'm like, blah, whatever. So now I paid that girl, what's her name?
You have an assistant now, Dana?
Brooklyn.
What's her name? No, she does that website. Then she'll do all the pictures for you. It's Patreon. You pay $5 a month, and she's
like
the one,
Kaylee or something like that.
Yes, whoever said that.
It's Heather.
Kaylee
Fox, She's on the media page.
Yeah, Kaylee Brisky. So I pay $5 a month, and then I
And
get
look how
like,
pretty it is.
yes, she does like all.
I
the
knew
stuff.
you didn't do that.
Oh gosh, no.
What a
Wait,
front.
hold up. Okay, someone comment that in the chat. I have no idea who you're talking about or
Okay,
where.
so Kaylee Brisky, she's the one, she does so much on Zaya marketing.
Yeah.
So anyway, so now she does
That's
this little
pretty.
business where, so she has her own website or her own app, and it's, do you want to type that in there? Oh, someone did. Yep,
Patreon.
Olivia Ryan.
Yep, Patreon.
So you pay $5 a month and you get access to all the stuff that she makes before she releases it
that's
to
so
Zaya
cool.
Marketing. And then it's also personal, like she'll do stuff just for this group. You know, like I posted
That's a really good niche. that
Make
she's
Room
found.
Tuesday or whatever on my, but that was only for the people who paid for the app. But
I
you know,
stole it.
yeah, as soon as I
I-
posted, but I was the first one to post it.
I stole it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so see, you learned something on every single one of these calls. I
Yeah.
did not know she did that. That's awesome.
She is like awesome, but it does get overwhelming, like, because she updates it. Like you'll get probably 15 emails a day with new images and stuff like that. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So that's awesome. So there's a nugget for you all. Really quick here. I've had I've had a hard time getting people to have parties off of other parties. Do you ever offer incentives for getting people to host, as far as saying, if I get 2 people to host from this party on our current host will get another half price item or something along those lines?
I've never done that one.
sometimes I'll use my rewards and be like, you know, I'll let you pick out a half price item if you will host, you know, I need this 1 week filled or whatever.
That's a good idea.
Just be, I have so many rewards, you know, so I might as well
Use them
use
for good
them. Yeah. I mean,
and not filling your closet more.
right.
Yeah, Mackenzie, I think that's a great idea. Has anyone that's on here ever done that during a party? Offered if someone were to host from that party, they would get, you know, maybe another half price item or
I
something.
feel like Olivia has done that. Olivia, haven't you? Like, I think that she would say like if 5 people, or maybe that's if you join my VIP page or something. She's done something.
Okay. I do know that, Mackenzie, I was part of a Pampered Chef party not too long ago, and I had the rep reach out to me in a private message that said, our current hostess needs one more person to host a party and she gets an extra item. So I know Pampered Chef does that. So that would be a great thing to try. You definitely could try it.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm going to try it too.
Thanks for the tip, Mackenzie.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Woo-woo.
Here we go.
Let's see. Okay. If I had people with the client gift cards as well, I also have had a lot of people not interested in hosting a party from other parties. I feel like I'm in a rut and not sure what else I should do to get people to host without being pushy.
Be pushy. No.
Pushy in a good way.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so Jamie had kind of switched my mindset, and instead of me asking them to do something for me,
I see.
I do it. I'm giving you this gift of free and half off Zaya stuff. You know, like this is a gift that I am giving to you. All you have to do is invite people and be a little interactive on this party, and you will get free and half off amazing activewear, you know? So you have to change that mindset.
And I think it's about the wording too.
Mhm.
It's all about wording and how you are approaching people. I found when you shorten it,
Mhm.
and like whether you say you're like giving a gift or,
Mona.
hey, can you? Who's drinking?
Mona is.
Oh, hi, Mona. Cheers. Like whether you, she's laughing now. Or like, hey, I would really appreciate it if we could do a party together. Like, I think it's all about just the delivery. When we get too wordy and we get too salesy and we get too like long, drawn out, please do a party for me. I think just keeping it short and simple and saying, hey, what do we have to lose? I think a lot of people think that they're going to let you down too. Like, I don't have a lot of friends that would buy, and they're like talking themselves out of it before they even agree to do it because they're so scared to let you down. And I think if you tell people that I have zero expectations going into this, let me do my job and let me try. And if nothing happens, then nothing happens. No skin off my back, no skin off yours. I'm not going to like you any less, that kind of thing. I think you kind of reassure people beforehand that you're not expecting the sun, moon, and stars from them. I think that's huge.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, they feel like they're going to let you down.
Mhm.
And
I like that, Brooke, too. I would love to do a party for you and your friends versus do you want to host?
Yes.
That's great.
yep, the wording is key.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I want to go back really quick. Savannah just commented that about the hostess giving the half off items. She said she gives $15 off to the person that books, and the hostess then gets an additional $10 in credits when they close. Then the 15%
Yeah.
off if their friends party when they have a party, when they have their party. So that's a great idea too. So
Yeah.
if you guys can see in the chat what Savannah commented. And then another, Melissa says, I also tell them that the current hostess will get 15% off their order during the new hostess party. So that's good.
Oh, that I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah. I like
Yep.
that.
those are good ideas. One other thing too about when someone says, and I know Tasha Bating talked about this on her training call. When someone says, I don't think anyone will buy from me, or I'm not good at those kind of things, then you say, well, perfect. I have a group party starting. We'll throw you in that group party. There's going to be lots of interaction, tons of people, and that'll be the perfect way to get interaction with your party because I'm going to put you in a group party with other hostesses. And then they have a tendency to not feel like the spotlight is just on them. And if they don't have orders, that it's so noticeable because they're in a group party. And we've had a lot of success of people being like, okay, I'll try that versus having their own party.
Yeah.
So the group parties have been super, super successful, especially if you're wanting to run 3 parties a week. It saves you so much time. You put all 3 hostesses in one party and you're running everything one time versus 3 times throughout that week. So I know that a lot of reps on our team are only doing group parties now. So that's an option for you if you want to try something like that.
Sure. You got
Anyone
so
else?
quiet.
Yeah. Anyone
Who's
else
listening?
have any questions? Don't be shy. If you have questions, we've got a couple
I don't want to
minutes.
put my video on because I'm exhausted and look terrible. But okay, so I have somebody who she's like, I love everything, but there's another girl in my town that sells it. I've never actually bought anything from her. So if I was going to have a party, I'd have it with her. And I'm like, she hasn't even reached out to you. Like, how do you even, you know what I mean? Like, how do you respond to that? Like, she hasn't done anything for you.
Yeah. I don't know if you really even do. I would just be
that's
like,
a hard
all right.
one.
Yeah, you kind of can't really be like, well, I'd be like, that's dumb, but you can't really say that.
I know, right? Like,
you can't really say that.
Twice on the party
But
I was
just say,
I was doing.
you just say, okay, if you change your mind, I am here and I would love to have an awesome party for you and get you some free clothes. Say I've had a past couple of hostesses get some awesome stuff and I would love to do the same for you. And if she's still not biting, then you just move on. Especially if she's got someone in her head that hasn't even reached out to her, then that's on her, I guess. Yeah.
And then maybe you could say, Heather, this is Heather talking, right? I think it's Heather.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. You could say, well, you could send them your VIP link and you could say, you know what? Oh, that's fine. That's great. But if you would be interested in checking out my VIP, seeing what I have to offer or joining my VIP page, I'd love for you to join. Cause then maybe as they're watching your VIP and seeing you interact on your VIP page, then maybe they would be like, oh, I do want to have maybe they'll kind of change their mind and decide to have a party with you. I don't know. It just gives you a way to at least get them in your network of seeing your stuff.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Can I add that? So I actually just had a party with people that I didn't know anybody in the party besides my hostess. And I had reached out to them to then host a party after somebody else had bought. And one of the ladies responded to me and she said, sorry, my sister-in-law sells. So I was just helping out my friend, but whatever. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And I was like, but if you want to join my VIP group, you can. I sent her the link. She ended up joining. And then she messaged me this week and asked to host her own party.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's great.
See, things like that happen. Yes.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad
That is so
my
great.
suggestion actually is a good suggestion. It does come true. That works. Yay.
It does.
That's great.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. I think the most important thing is when you get a customer, the customer service that you provide, that good customer service is going to be what keeps people coming back to you, because there are going to be people that know several Zaya reps, and you want them to remain your customer. It's going to be the customer service that you provide them for why they keep coming back to you and why they want to do business with you. So always think of that when, you're checking in with them and you're following up, and, if they have to do a return, that you're being prompt with those sorts of things, because that is so key and so important.
I've always said that about, like people are buying you, they're not buying your product, because they can buy leggings from Lululemon still. They can buy from other people they know, but they're
Hopefully
buying
not
from
long.
you because they like you.
They want to support you. Yep.
Mhm.
They want to support you. It's a lot. It's about the killer leggings they're getting, but they're also supporting a much bigger cause. Yep.
But like we were talking earlier before we got on this call, it's amazing the people that don't support you versus like 5 of my best college girlfriends have never bought a single thing from me, have never hosted a party from me.
But we're
you
not
know?
bitter at all.
No, not at all.
We're not
But
bitter
like the people that you
at
thought
all.
would be like your biggest supporters
No.
are not. And yet I'm like, I have 3 parties this week and I don't know any of the hostesses, and they're like super sweet and they are supporting me. And,
Yep.
It's just crazy how
People prioritize, I think, and it will shock you. A lot of people that you feel like it should be a given, they won't. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, but it just happens. And then the people that you would never think would be like your biggest cheerleaders will become your biggest cheerleaders. And I think it just helps you see, it brings to light a lot of truth, maybe a little bit. Yep. Yep.
Agreed.
Be thankful for the people that are in your corner. Yep.
Really
Okay.
quick, I know there's a
Yeah.
few people like in this chat who have asked me to send their template. Can you send me like a private message on Facebook with your email address and stuff? And I would be happy to send it.
McCabe.
I'd be happy to send it to you after this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to like get to this chat again.
Yeah, no,
After-
you won't. We've tried
Okay,
that
so
with
if you can
Tasha.
send me like a private message, I would be more than happy to send it to you when I'm done.
Now, those of you that she does send it, make sure that you change the wording and you change the graphics like a little bit, because because you don't want to get anyone locked out of Facebook. So if multiple people are posting the exact same thing, Facebook is going to see that as spamming. So, and do not get locked out. Miss Jamie James knows what it's like. She's been locked out for almost a week now. So make sure that you change it up, because Dana's so kind enough to send that to you all, but do change it up. And then really quick, you guys, before we get off, Saturday is our coffee chat. So those of you that were on the first coffee chat, we are having our second one on Saturday at 10 a.m. So I will send the coffee chat Zoom link on Friday, and I'll also email that out, and then we'll post a reminder Saturday morning. But that's going to be with Nikki Langer, Megan Buman, Chelsea Lubendahl, and Laura Burney. So those 4 will be running the coffee chat this Saturday, and I know those of you that were on it before loved it. It's just an open, kind of like the end of this call we did tonight, just open question and answer. And then you guys, our next training call number 4 will be February 16th with Christy Scoofus on Put a Party on It, all things party. So she's amazing. So you'll want to get on that one as well. But all right, ladies, I think it's 9 o'clock, so we better let all of you get to bed, get your kiddos to bed. And thank you so much, Jess and Dana, for all of your tips and tricks and nuggets tonight, and just your energy. You guys are fun. So thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to everyone later.
Bye,
All right, bye,
guys.
guys.
Have a great night. Thank you.